Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So let's just get into it. If you managed to see a video that I put up yesterday for Edgar Obare, where we were trying to actually figure out what had happened to him, given the fact that he did not appear for his mentioned court case yesterday, and apparently he'd gone in and nobody, including his lawyer, his family, nobody could be able to trace him and try to figure out where exactly he was, because all they know is that they were all gonna be in court for his mention. So at least he finally actually came out, and through his Twitter and Instagram handles, he tried to let us know what exactly had happened. I know some of you have seen the photos that he posted, and a couple of people actually tried to go in on him and say, when exactly did the CID actually start covering people's faces with sellotape and all that? But if you actually read his caption, he actually said, when I got home, I took pictures of my injuries, and this is how I was tied up. Meaning, he was trying to reenact what had happened. He tried to play it out the way they'd done it. It's not exactly with the things they used to tie him up, but yeah, he just tried to show us how exactly it was. But let me just read some of the things that he actually posted, so we can all get a clear understanding on what was happening. So this is how it goes. And he says, I had a court case on November 2nd. It was supposed to be virtual but changed at the last minute, and I had to physically go to court. I arrived at 10 a.m. and saw my lawyer outside eating smokies. As I was going to say hi to him, three plainly dressed men approached me and asked my name. They quickly, holding me by my pants, whisked me off to a waiting car. I demand I demanded to know who they were, where they were taking me, and what they were arresting me for. Refusing to answer, they only said to a nearby police station. In the car, they put cuffs on me and they were getting too tight, so I asked the guy on my left to loosen them up, and they refused. He asked that I unlock my phone and cooperate with them, which I refused. One thing I've learned since my last kidnapping is never trust the police. Okay, he also went on to say they put a hooded mask on my head as they didn't want me to see where we were heading, but I could see a little under my nose. At some point, we pulled over and stopped. Some of the officers left the car, and I had the trunk open. I was so scared. I thought this is where they had come to dig my grave, and this was it for me. I later assumed that when I had them look for scanner, that they were changing the number plates for the back and front of the car. What is with all the secrecy? They put my hood over my okay and all that. Anyway, then he went on to say, in the car they kept asking me about my work, saying that blogging is not a real job and that my work is just to break families. They accused me of extorting money from these people and asked who pays me to insult people. They all verbally threatened me, one saying that if I ever expose him for cheating, he would kill me. Another guy said that he would fuck me in the ass. They kept asking me more silly questions about DJ Moore, Saize, Jalango, and Joho, about why I insulted them and that I should find a better job. I refused to answer their questions, which angered them more. They started kicking me as well as blows on my abdomen, saying that uh, that is found answer for them. Okay. Anyway, he continues. I asked for some water, and one of them refused, saying if I don't care for the welfare of the people I talk about on my blog, then why wouldn't then they wouldn't care for me now. At that time, I was trying to assess my situation and see if they were really concerned about keeping me alive. So I asked them for some small favors like some air conditioner, water, and straight up asked them if I was dying today or not. They all went silent. At this point, I was completely fed up. They asked me what it will take me to stop blogging. I did not answer. After a while, they changed their mind and offered me some water. He had to feed me as I was still blindfolded and hands tied behind my back. The water tasted funny, and I believe this is when I was drugged. Shortly after, things got weird. They decided to strip me naked in the car by cutting off all my clothes to my boxers. I was completely naked and noticed one of the guys at the front taking pictures of my penis. I was mortified and humiliated. These people were complete monsters, and they disgust me. Okay, they stopped the car shortly after and threw me out of the car into thorny bushes, still tied up. I had to struggle to untie myself with the thorns piercing my skin with barely any underwear. After what seemed like an eternity, and in excruciating pain, I got free and without any shoes on, walked to the road and tried to stop any car passing by. I was seeing double and staggering the whole way. Clearly, I looked crazy standing by the road in a polythene bag for underwear, but luckily, a good Samaritan helped me, welcomed me into his house, and gave me some clothes, water, tea, and bananas. Bless their soul. I was along the road to Chuka, past Nyeri, and these good Samaritans helped me find a taxi and back get back to Nairobi. Hashtag end police brutality. So yeah, that's what he came on and let us know about what had actually happened to him, and it is quite unfortunate that they're actually pushing this to these levels. Imagine it is never that serious, all because he gossiped about someone who put themselves on a public platform, wants to be a public figure. You have gained good from being a public figure, but everything has its advantages and disadvantages. And everything that you do, as long as you're in the public eye, people are always gonna keep an eye on it. And if it's super interesting to people, people will follow it up. And this is what happened when it came to Natalie Tewa. People actually like her. She's never complained for people appreciating her, telling her kudos for everything she does for her beauty, everything. She appreciates that. But once I won't even say a rumor was started, because all the facts were actually confirmed, and given everything Edgar is going through, we know that it's actually true, everything that he was saying, and they're just trying to teach him a lesson and to try and muzzle most people who would be coming out to speak the truth on our public figures. You chose to be in the public eye, regardless, not just Natalie, every other person Edgar has ever spoken about. The one thing I can say about Edgar is that he's never made up any stories. He always has facts that back everything he speaks about. So that one I give him 100%. He always speaks once he gets all his facts right. So he's never made up a story. And people can't be going around saying he's breaking up families. It just needs to go down to the people who are cheating on their partners. That is their fault. To the people who chose to become sugar babies, sugar daddies, and whatever else you decided to do. Edgar did not do anything wrong anyway. But the treatment he's actually receiving is very, very wrong, by the way. He was supposed to attend his mention instead of letting the law, which we actually giving the side eye, instead of letting justice prevail. People are deciding to actually take the back route to intimidate a blogger. Like, seriously, COVID-19 millionaires, we have so many other things happening in our country, and this is where money and resources are being thrown behind. Nah, end police brutality and free Edgar Obare, and the case just needs to be thrown out. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted. Let's just see how Edgar Obare will be, how he'll recover from this. The case is gonna be mentioned on the 10th, so I'll be following up with it just to see how it goes this time round, because it was pushed forward because they said he did not show up to court, but clearly we know what happened behind the scenes anyway. So I'll make sure I'll follow the entire story so I can keep you guys updated on what's happening behind the Edgar Obare Natalie Tewa situation. I hope, Natalie, you're also listening to this and paying attention to what's happening to Edgar Obare. I know you are trying to prove a point, but it is not worth it at this point. If it means a human being's life will be in danger, yours was not in danger for what he said. People just gave you a slight side eye, but your life was not in danger in any way, but his life is on the line. So I hope you're paying attention to this. Anyway, guys, just make sure you subscribe to my channel so I keep you posted on everything that's happening with this Edgar Obare Natalie Tewa situation. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.